Thanks to EA for sponsoring this video. We have fairies in The Sims 4 now. But are you wondering whether it's going to be worth your pretty pennies? Today we're going to be weighing up the pros and the cons of the CreateASim element for the Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. Hi, welcome. My name is Alex, WoohooTattoo. Yes, I have a WoohooTattoo. I'm an Australian Sims creator. I've been doing this for a really long time. And yes, EA did give me a code so I could have a look at this and present this to you. But that wouldn't be swaying my decision on whether I'd be buying this pack because yes, I would be buying it anyway because I've been buying Sims packs since 2003. And yeah, I do have a soft spot for fairies. Let's not lie about that. But I'm not here for the occult. I'm here for the gameplay. So let's have a look at the CreateASim stuff first to see if that's worthwhile. So let's flip straight over to the Sims for CreateASim and have a look and see what we've got here. So first of all, I want to just lay it out here. We've got 181 CreateASim options. These are new options that have been added in here, and don't forget we do have the new occult, which is fairies. So a lot of these options are put under the fairies category, but a lot of the dresses and all of that sort of content actually do go both ways. So you can kind of wear the same things as a sim as a fairy. So it's kind of like it crosses over very well. I kind of feel like in that it is a little bit limited to what we can have in the whole natural living sort of sense. I was expecting a lot more like derelict sort of, you know, sleeping on the ground. Like I wanted more feral clothing. You know, there is a little bit of, we've got some dirty feet and we've got some, you know, there's just a little bit of inkling that we might be living in the bush, in the woods. However, I wanted more of that because at the end of the day, if you're not playing with the occult, you're playing with the natural side of this. And I feel like, yeah, there's a little bit, there's some overalls and there's some, you know, that kind of thing. But it really is leaning into that occult a lot. So I kind of wanted more gardening vibes. I wanted more natural living vibes. There's some hairs in here. We've got a lot of duplicates because some, like for example, with the male hair, we've got the shave, like the fade, and then it's also got the fade lines. And then there's also like an updo that's the same updo, and then it's got like tinsel through it. And then we've got this one with the leaves, and then there's not a duplicate for that. And I'm absolutely pissed off because you're just going to have leaves in your hair the whole time. And you know what? That's fine. I'm not here to judge. If you want to put leaves in your hair every day, that is okay. But what I'm saying is sometimes you may not. There's also one that's like a slick back, and that is cool. But it is so greasy and it's like the finest hair ever. Like, okay, I can't really say much because I have really fine hair and that's probably what my hair looks like when it's wet and greasy. But yeah, we have some new teefies, which is kind of cool, I guess. Then we also do have a lot of new tattoos. So the tattoos are really cool. There are a lot. Except for the fact now we have a bug where if you've got your custom tattoos, you can't actually have them in game because your skin goes buggy. That's a little bit sad. But I do like that there's this mushroom tattoo because I have that mushroom tattoo on my arm and I got that when I was drunk. So yeah, I feel like the sort of aesthetic that we're going for here, there's sort of 3 different kind of styles. You've got like your little Tinkerbelly sort of like cutesy little vibes, you know, like your pinks and blues and greens and like, you know, little sparkly sort of ethereal vibe. Then we've got this sort of masculine sort of vibe as well. So like your natural, like your leafy greens and like your earthy sort of tones. And then you've also got this sort of evil macabre sort of vibe. So you'll have like your darker, like your plums and maroons and sort of darker, more sort of sinister colors. So that's really cool. So you can choose to whether you can be like a Maleficent fairy or you can be Tinkerbell. And when you're in the fairy form, you can obviously have like a normal form or you can duplicate it and you can be the same fairy in each form, which is nice. However, I do feel like they are lacking. So the styled looks as well, we get like 2 styled looks and I feel like there's just no inspiration here at all. Again, I really wish The Sims would give us like our own way of putting our own style library in there. I just wish we could just go save and then we can save that look. I know that we can put it in the gallery, but like I want to be able to be like, oh, I made a really cool outfit on a sim once and I want that now. So can I just like pop that in and then maybe add a different accessory? Like how cool would that be? Thank you. I will also make a note that we've just had an update which includes this new headwear category. Very nice. We've got some crowns and some flower crowns, which is very sweet. I do like that. However, some of the hairs are clipping. No comment. There's also this long hair on the kids, which I kind of think is a little bit stupid. And speaking of kids, some of the filters are bugged. Some of the swatches are bugged. And if you're looking for the shoes, you've got to actually cancel all the filters in order to find that. So come on, EA, sort it out, guys, sort it out. Speaking about the kids' clothing as well, we do have infants, toddlers, and children. And a lot of this is repeated across all 3 life states. So I guess they're getting their wear out of their clothes. However, it's not good for content. Oh, you got to hear Raja. In saying that as well, I always like to consider the person who may have just bought this game for fairies and they don't want any other expansion packs. So they are playing it with base game and Enchanted by Nature. So if you wanted to do that, Enchanted by Nature doesn't give you any sort of athletic filters. It doesn't give you any sleep filters and it doesn't give you any swimwear. So that really kind of peeved me off a little bit as well. You know, again, we're natural living here. Raja's going to climb right up in front of me while I'm doing this. Like, we're naturally living here. Why can't I swim in, you know, the little grassy skirt that we've got or whatever? Anyway, yeah. So aside from that, these are the things that I really loved. I really loved the little deer antlers. They were probably my little favorite bit. There's also some beautiful, stunning gowns in here as well. But again, what if you wanted to be like, you know, a little bit more mask in your fairy form? You can obviously be like a little, you know, fairy smart prince, and that's cool. But, you know, I'm a tomboy. There are some little goth vibes in there as well. There's a really cute little like mushroom pattern shirt for the dudes that I really liked as well. And then we do have these little like shoes. I'm going to spoil something in a little bit, but these hooves that are the little fawn feet, which I thought were adorable. Obviously, I love the watering can on the head. That is probably my favorite. There's also a tattoo that you can get, which is dirty feet. And that's probably my favorite thing ever. And I'm going to put it on all my feral Sims. That is probably what I love about it so much. And the dresses are absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous. I wish I could wear them in real life. Beautiful stuff. Now let's talk about fairies just a little bit as well. So obviously we do have the new occult fairies. You can go in and create your fairy, or you can duplicate it to make sure that you've got the same fairy for your fairy form. That's the word I want. You can also have fairies without wings. But there are so many beautiful wings, and there's wings that are like dragonflies, and there's moths, and then there's like butterflies, there's like evil looking ones, there's like angel looking ones. There are so many wings, and you know what? I commend the team on the wings. The wings are stunning, and you can also customize your wings. Not only can you choose the colors, but you can also go in and draw on them, and boy did I draw. I drew all over them. I made sure to break the computer and I didn't, so there you go. So the fact that we can draw on our wings is wicked. I do like that. Aside from the little bit of bugs in there, and I feel like it is lacking in content despite it having 181 CreateASim items, I still feel like it's a little bit flat for an expansion pack. But again, if you want fairies, oh my god, this is the pack for you, 100%. It's so beautiful. It's like absolutely stunning. You can tell that there was a lot of research and stuff because there's all these beautiful like Celtic and, you know, gardening sort of vibes to it. But could they have gone further? 100%. Let's have a real quick chat about the aspirations and stuff you'll get as well, because that's part of CreateASim. So we've got 3 new aspirations. We've got fairy, which is the bonus trait. So you can get fairy influence. We've got fairy stories is under this one. This is going to be your hand walk through sort of like how to be a fairy sort of thing. But once you've completed that, you're going to get this bonus trait. So this is Fairy influence. These Sims seem to leave a big impact. Relationships fluctuations are bigger when socializing with fairy Sims and gnomes, for better or worse. So this is going to be another trait that you'll get. And then the fairy stories aspiration will probably walk you through how to become a fairy. Then we've got 2 other aspirations in here. We've got one under nature, which is the nature nomad. This Sim embraces natural living and enjoys fulfilling their every need in the great outdoors. Probably another hand-holdy. And then elixir enthusiast. This Sim wants to learn everything there is to know about apothecary skill and craft powerful cures and elixirs from plant-based ingredients. So there are your 3 aspirations. And then we have traits. So the 3 traits that we get in the new pack are disruptive, and I really love this one. This looks like it's going to be so fun. This is me. Disruptive Sims are driven to interact with the world by messing with it. They can spread interpersonal chaos by giving bad balance advice or stick it to nature by disrupting plants. Disruptive Sims build mischief skill faster but are slower to regain balance than most Sims. Then we've got mystical Sims. Feeling a strong affinity for both the natural and supernatural, mystical Sims see higher purpose in living harmoniously in each world and sharing that with other Sims. These Sims learn apothecary and gardening skills faster and have an easier time building friendships with occult Sims. Mystical Sims can offer to grant a sacred blessing to other Sims, which increases balance for if both Sims accept. Then we also have plant lover. Plant lover Sims treat each and every plant like the little Sim that they are. Being a friend to plants is not always easy on a plant lover's emotions, but luckily these Sims don't need any skill to share their special interests, just a big heart. So these are the new traits that you'll have. However, I felt like there was a little bit of, there was a bit missing with them because I clicked on mystical and skeptical still came up. So I don't know how you can be mystical and skeptical. And then disruptive and macabre also bounced. So I don't understand that either. So I don't know if the Sims just needs to do some tweaks in here. It looks like they may have rushed that bit, as well as some of the swatching and meshes. So they're my thoughts on this, my positives and my negatives. So let me know what you think in the comments below. And what are your favorite parts? I've told you my favorite parts. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and maybe go and watch my build mode one because I'm about to put that one up now. I hope you have a lovely day and stay tuned because I will have my gameplay video out very, very shortly. Have a wonderful day. Be nice to each other, be nice to yourself, and stay sparkly.